It seems like the CampSnap 8 has got a ton of love out there on the internet and on some of my videos, as well as the CampSnap Pro and the original CampSnap, which I can't show you right now because my daughter's been using it like crazy. So it seems like they've been getting a ton of love. And there's a couple of things that I've had questions about that I want to go ahead and answer and show today in this video. And that is what it looks like and how to go ahead and move video from this one or photos from the Pro over onto a smartphone. And I'm going to use an Android device today, but it's going to work very similarly to the Apple devices. I have had my daughter use her Apple device with the original CampSnap to move photos over, so I have seen it done on there. And it is pretty similar. You just have to know your device a little bit. So we're going to talk about it on an Android device today. I'll do a screen record and show you guys how I'm moving the photos or the video from this guy over and what I do when doing it. And then after that, we will go on the computer and I will show you what it looks like to go ahead and mess with our looks and change our looks on here. So let's first get into the phone and cover that. And then hopefully, if you guys like this video, hit that like button and do follow if you want to see more stuff on the CampSnap 8 and ask as many questions as you want in the comments because I do read all the comments and I will likely make a video on the next question if there's enough of it. Let's hop into the phone though and I'll talk more here in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and plug into the phone and you do want to make sure you use the cord that came with it or a cord that is capable of transferring data. So at the top of my screen, you'll see on the left hand side, I've got where it now shows charging connected device, but also shows USB storage added. So if you don't use the right cord, it will not show the USB storage added. So we'll click the USB storage added and that moves me right into what the camera shows. So DCIM is where you're going to find it. And then 100 media. And then this is going to give you all your videos. And on this or on the CampSnap Pro or the CampSnap Original, if you click on the video in here, you cannot like scroll to the next video. So no matter if I scroll side to side, it will not scroll. You have to back out and then click the next one and then back out and click the next one. So my personal opinion on doing that is what I do is I just transfer all of it over and then I delete any once they're in my device. So for instance, I would like click and hold and then it highlights it. I could do like select all, that gives me 10 selected. And then I could go and hit like move or copy. A lot of times if I know I'm also going to use it on the computer, I'll just copy so that they're still on here and I can then plug it into my computer. Otherwise, I'll just move it all to my device. What I've done is I've already created a folder for it, but we'll just say copy and then it go into internal storage. And DCIM is where most photo stuff and videos are stored in phones, or at least in Android phones. So if I click there, then I could hit the plus in the top and create a folder. And that's what I'd recommend doing so it doesn't get mixed up with your other like camera roll and stuff like that. So just create a folder and go ahead and add them to that folder. I'm not going to now because I've already created my folder, but that's the gist of it. Instead of just unplugging it, you do need to go into where it's stored and go ahead and say unmount. So you do need to tell it to unmount as if you're unmounting an SD card from your computer. You don't want to just pull it out because you could corrupt files. All right, I hope that clarified how to go ahead and get your video or photos over onto your phone. Now let's hop on the computer. Let's make a look and we'll shoot with it and see if it turned out any good at all. And maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But let's get onto the computer and go ahead and make a look with this guy. All right, so when we're in our computer to do the customization, you can be on CampSnap. I do not know where to get to it from their page other than if you go to contact and got contact us, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go down here, frequently asked questions, and you say, how can I make and download my custom filters? This is the only spot I found for it. So if you click it and then scroll down and it says go to custom filters website here. So you click this and it will send you over to this site, which is the site. And I will just link this down below so you can go ahead and click it from my video instead of having to find it on their site. And then you select which camera you're going to do it on here. And this V105, I believe, still works for some of the older versions of the standard camera. But we're going to go CS8 right now. And this is what it gives you for CS8 controls on what you can do to change it. Now, unfortunately, you can't add things like the overlay it has on the analog or like old VHS overlay, stuff like that. As of right now, they might come out with something like that, and there might be a way for you to do it on your own. And if I can figure that out, I will make a video on it and put it out. And I might play with that and see what I can come up with. So I uploaded a photo, and you'll want to upload a photo. If you want to take a screenshot out of one of your videos from your CS8 already, that might be smart, but this is from my CampSnap Pro. So I'm just going to use this photo from my CampSnap Pro because it's similar to what like the base color is out of the CS8, I think. So go ahead, you can play with the brightness, contrast, saturation. Let's make this one contrasty and low saturation. That's what I'm going to go with for this. So we're going to go low saturation, not black and white, but low saturation, but punchy in contrast. And then let's see, do we want to mess with the hue at all? Pull it, could pull it towards, yeah, I don't like that. We're going to leave the hue, maybe we'll pull it magenta, but we're going to do it through the color balance down here. So we'll come up with the red a little bit, a little bit blue, bring the greens down. All right, we're just going to do this. And then do we want to do 30 frames per second, 22, 18? I'm going to say we leave it at 30. I'm not really trying to get a weird look about it. So I'm going to leave it at 30. And then I'm going to go save filter. So what we'll do is we'll replace one of the VTGs with it. So we'll go, I like VTG2 a lot, so I'm going to replace VTG1 with it. So we'll go VTG1. So right now, if it's, see how it's set at STD, it would replace the standard, but we're going to go VTG1. And unfortunately, there's already one in there. We're just going to replace it. And so from there, what I'm going to do is go ahead and go into my files. And you go to downloads, which is where it would have placed it right here. And what you're going to want to do is just drop it into this main folder here. So I'm going to take it, and then we'll go over to CampSnap, and we'll paste it there. And then when we dismount, we should have, so I'll click away from it. And once it's dismounted, I should have a new look under that one. And we'll go shoot some video with it and see how they turn out, and then we'll talk. All right, so what do you think? The look was okay. I'll mess with them some more and try to come up with some really good ones and throw a short out with some of my different looks. But I think that it's pretty straightforward on how to go about doing it. The link to how to customize the looks on it will be down in the description below, as well as my affiliate link to go ahead and purchase a CampSnap camera. Now, it does help me out a lot if you guys use that link, and it will not cost you any more. So it helps me keep making those videos, and it helps CampSnap know that you guys are getting use out of my videos, so that they're likely to send me any updates and things like that in the future, so that I can then get it out to you guys and you'll see it. So really appreciate that if you go ahead and purchase through my link. And if you liked this video, do subscribe to my channel, because I make more stuff on these cameras, budget videography, tips, tricks, and all that fun stuff. And if you're into travel at all, go shoot over to Woods Family Travels and subscribe over there and check out what we're doing there. Currently working on a video from me and my daughter's trip to Meow Wolf in 2 different states. And I'll see you guys next time. Go shoot something awesome. Don't forget to post your work. Peace out. Later.